What an amazing game last night. I don't think for many of us it has even sunk in what happened last night. England beat Germany 2-1 in extra time. So what better place to be this morning to get reaction than the most patriotic estate in the United Kingdom. It is, of course, the Kirby estate, and we wanted to show you this incredible mural. Obviously, Fran Kirby. It all makes sense, doesn't it? It was like it was meant to be. And you can see up here, hashtag Kirby Estate SE16. And we've actually just found out that they're going to change this mural now. It's going to say 1966 up there in that corner, and it's going to say 2022 on the other side. We now have two pieces of silverware. It's so exciting. And look at this second mural here. This says, "Come on, England, just one more." And this mural was painted on Friday. This estate is so proud of the Lionesses. We're going to show you around this estate now. Look at the amount of flags that have been put up. We know that there are over 300 of them. I have been told they were struggling with the wind and keeping them there, but there were celebrations here last night. People were roaring for the Lionesses. So let's speak now to one of the residents of the Kirby estate and one of the very small team that organise all these incredible flags. This is Chris Dowse. Good morning to you.
Right.
First of all, how's your head after last night? You were partying hard.
We were partying hard, but I'm actually all right because I was kind of in charge.
You were in charge.
So I had to make sure I looked after everyone and make sure I looked after all the equipment and stuff.
And I heard you were DJing as well.
I was DJing till about, well, we didn't go too late. She was quite mindful of our neighbours. We stopped at about 10.
So tell me, what was this scene like here last night when that game was taking place? Take me through the game.
The game, it was, I mean, obviously the game itself, it was very nervous. I mean, Germany played very, very well, and it was quite tense.
Yes.
Because of past tournaments, we weren't sure like what was going on. We've obviously lost the semi-final before. We lost the final last year. But obviously this year, once we won 2-1, a lot of us didn't know what to do.
I know.
What do we do now?
Were you worried about penalties at one point? I know I was very nervous.
100% worried about penalties. We started talking about saying we don't want to go to penalties.
No.
Not against the Germans.
And you had a great setup here last night. The whole estate came together to watch this game, didn't they?
Yes, they did. There was quite a few of us. There was a military operation yesterday morning. It started about 7 o'clock. We had a bouncy castle delivered where you're standing now. A huge, giant bouncy castle, which, to be fair, was a godsend because it saved all the kids all day long, keeping them entertained. We had a giant screen here. We had myself set up as a DJ there. We had a barbecue going on. Just everything. Everyone from the estate come together and done what we had to do.
Exactly, just like the girls, just like the Lionesses. They came in and they did what they needed to do last night. This is, I think, one of the best places to watch a football game. I wish I was here last night. It's amazing.
The atmosphere is good.
Yeah, it absolutely does sound it. Tell us about the operation, because this is what I find fascinating. 300 flags.
Plus.
How do you organise this? Over 300 flags, yeah, you're right. How do you organise this, and who puts them up?
Well, there's a few of us. I mean, there's 3 of us originally. It's myself, Alan and Geraldine, but this year we've got Ian and Rebecca involved, especially Rebecca because she's got a garage.
Great.
So we can store everything. So we've utilised the garage perfectly. But literally we have to get a trimmer involved to make sure the hedge is cut down properly. The flags aren't just put up either. They're actually like strategically put up central to the balconies as well. It takes about 4 days, and we all just have to do what we have to do.
Yeah. We love it. And they're not up all the time, are they? They come out for these big games and these big competitions.
We wish we could keep them up all the time, but I think they'd be ruined by the elements. I mean, it's been quite windy over the last couple of weeks, so a lot of the flags have taken an absolute battering. We have got new stock waiting to go up in future tournaments, but we've kept them behind for this one. But we would love to see them up permanently, but no, I don't think we can.
No, well, it looks absolutely incredible. And finally, Chris, just very, very quickly, what do you think will be thought of the women's game now? Has this changed women's football forever?
It has to have. It has to put football on the map for the women more permanently than it was already. But now the men have to do what the women have done, which probably won't happen just yet. Who knows? But it has to be just for the little children that have seen what the girls can do, thinking if the little girls can play football, they've seen the women play football, the little girls are going to want to do the same and hopefully end up like Fran Kirby on a mural somewhere on an estate in the future.
Chris, you are absolutely right. It's inspired a whole new generation.